Does success make you more selfish? Well, first of all, what is success? Success, contrary to popular belief, has a very simple definition: making progress towards your goals. Now, what these goals are, how large they are, how you want to reach them, that's where it gets complicated, and we want to ignore all of it. For this video, success is making progress towards your goals. And now, does that process make you more selfish? The simple answer is no. Because the virtue of one person can lift 1,000 into paradise with it. So if, let's say, you hit a personal record at the gym, then the people around you are more likely to hit a personal record as well, not less likely. Even if we ignore all of the esoteric reasons why that is, the obvious reason why it is because just your mood gets better. And when your mood gets better, other people pick up on that and get more moralized and motivated as well. And the opposite is also true. If you fail at everything you do and live an impulsive hedonistic life, in other words, if you're useless and the only thing you care about is video games, drugs, and porn, then you will drag down everyone around you as well. So it is both the case that success lifts the people around you up, and it is also the case that failure drags the other people around you down. So in other words, being useless, being only impulsively hedonistic is the worst thing you can do. Is the most selfish thing that you can do. And now here's where it gets complicated, because there are many people who don't have obvious goals but still demonstrate extraordinary virtue, and there are people who have goals but are genuine pieces of shit, right? But the thing is, the people who demonstrate this virtue have goals that are not really visible, but they still have them. For instance, their goal may be to be a good person, to be helpful to others. Those may be their goals. And the person who has goals and is still a piece of shit probably is not that advanced in their journey, or they simply would have been a piece of shit even if they had not had goals. So if they have goals, they would be bad people. If they have goals, they are bad people. So in this case, it's not the goals or not goals, but it's them that are the problem, and not the goals and the pursuit of goals, right? And then there is another phenomenon that I want to talk about, which is that sometimes people will tell you that you are very selfish because you are very selfish and because it's holding you back and you need to fix it. And sometimes people tell you that you are extremely selfish just to drag you down. So sometimes, because look, you would think that people profit from you if you are as capable as possible, because, you know, the virtue of one person can lift up 1,000 with it, right? But a lot of the time that's not true, because sometimes if you are useless and inferior, people can take advantage of you. And so if you then try to fix your life and pursue goals and make progress on those goals and take on suffering voluntarily and grow from that, sometimes people don't want that because they want you to stay low so that they can exploit you. So sometimes it's interesting. People will tell you the truth. They will tell you, hey, you have this problem. You need to fix that. And sometimes people will tell you, you need to fix that because I want to take advantage of you and I want to continue taking advantage of you. And if you get better, well, then I will no longer have leverage over you. So it's really complicated, because sometimes people have seemingly no goals and demonstrate extraordinary virtue. Sometimes people have goals and are still pieces of shit. Sometimes people tell you that you are a piece of shit and need to get better because you are, and sometimes because you are not and they just want to continue exploiting you. So it's really complicated. But what is constant across all these things is that whether you pursue goals or not, it has nothing to do with it. Because if you have these problems of being too selfish, then chances are you would even have those if you didn't have goals, right? And the people who don't have goals still would be more virtuous if they had goals. So those things just have nothing to do with each other. They are just independent. But generally speaking, the more suffering you take on voluntarily and the less impulsive, hedonistic your life is, the more selfless you become by default. And the more you take care of yourself and your own life, the greater your capacity to help others. And so, generally speaking, actually, pursuing success, pursuing goals makes you less selfish, not more. Of course, sometimes you just have problems that you need to fix them. But generally speaking, it is not the case that someone goes from selfless and perfectly virtuous to then pursuing goals and being totally a piece of shit. That usually doesn't happen. But people usually perceive it that way because, once again, they have this interest. They want to exploit you some of the time, and they thus profit from you staying at the low position. But if you ignore that circumstance, it is generally the case that the more success you pursue, the more virtue you have in your life, the less selfish you become. And so, my name is Kirill. My goal is to inspire 10,000 good decisions. And if this video helped you, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.